Whoa, hey, what is going on, everyone? Good morning. We got Big Herm in the house too. What's going on, Big Herm? How you doing, brother?
Station, good morning.
Station. Dude, I forgot how like loud my intro is. Every single time I pop it on for these lives, which I only do every few months, it's like, oh my God, I'm awake now. The coffee hasn't hit, but the intro does for sure. So
Yeah, that is really loud. I was like, what?
I know. I gotta remix it and just like reduce that volume. I'm thinking about redoing that intro actually and making it like just like 5 seconds long, just a different kind of thing. I think
I
that would
feel
be
you.
kind of cool too. So
Even though it's a
anyway,
pretty good intro, though, it's nice.
well, I
Listen
spent a lot of
to
time on it and I want to
it.
use it, but I feel like, it's a little much sometimes. So, but
Yeah, I feel you.
anyways, dude, we're here to look at books that are coming out in February. So I got a question for you right off the bat. What's your poll list looking like nowadays on average? Is your wife watch? Is she watching right now? You don't have to
Nah, she's
give us
sleeping.
another. Okay,
She's
good. How
taking
many
a
books you
nap.
pull? How many books you pull in a week right now? Are you still like a hardcore Wednesday warrior? I know you're. I know. Usually when I talk to you, you're on your way to the comic book shop.
Yes. Well, I kind of because it's January and all
Yeah.
that. It's not as much. I'm not making as much money during the winter, so like I
Oh yeah,
I
that's true.
chopped it down. Um, I believe it or not, anywhere between 8 to 12 books a week, which is
Yeah,
like
that's
really
great.
low for me.
It is low for you, but that's still like great. That's a lot
Yeah,
of books.
yeah. I don't have time to have these 20, 25 book pulls I used to do to even read them. Forget the money, just the
Yeah.
time to read them. We end up with all this whole big backlog
Oh
pros.
yeah.
I still don't know what that is, but
Yeah. Who knows?
So I do what I can, and I try to buy my favorite books first, and then
Right.
like I'll see one of your shows or Robbie's
Yeah.
shows, and sometimes you guys will tell me what indie books are worth it because like I love all kinds of comics, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, Marvel and DC dominates my pull most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So when I pull in an indie, it's gotta be important. You know what I mean? So that's why your
Yeah.
shows are amazing because I just listen
Mm.
to what you like, and usually you're
Yeah.
on point. You know what I mean? We're not gonna agree with everything, but
Yeah.
usually you're on point. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Well,
pretty
you're
much it.
you're the Marvel guy, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
With your beyond amazing Spider-Man shirt and matching hat right now. Good lord. Yeah. I think we're repping go Bills today.
Go Bills.
So yep, that's what I'm doing now. New York's favorite team. Anyway, we're gonna be moving on. We got some early people in the chat right now. We already got Berno in here morning. I got my coffee, dude. I just
It's morning. He's already starting wars with that comment. You know what I
starting wars. It never stops. Sal. Hey dude, thanks for your support, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Good morning to
mean?
you. Alfred, what's going on, brother? What's going on? So February 18th in stores. Let's go. I know it's been pushed maybe a little bit here and there. So it's on the poll. So if it comes in, man, it'll be on the review show. So keep your eyes out for that. Looking forward to it. Thanks for doing that. But we are here to look at books that are coming out in February, according to League of Comic Geeks. If it's not on League of Comic Geeks, that doesn't mean it's not coming out. That just means that we're not reporting on it. But we do know that Bad Roads is coming out February 18th. So if we don't see it, then we know that it's at least coming out then. And we just, reported on it right now. So if you don't know how to use League of Comic Geeks, though, I do a video on my playlist, How to Get in the Comic Books Today, on how to use League of Comic Geeks. So if you're not familiar with this website, it's a really, really great resource. Definitely check it out because it's one of the best ways of keeping track of books that are coming out, what has come out this past week. You can even put, like, if you read the book, you can link it up to your store if they're a part of this, and you can do your pull list through there. And it's a pretty cool system. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Herm, what do you use for like your poll? Do you use like a paper form? Do you use a website? What do you use for your polls? Just out of curiosity.
Usually I go to Midtown. I'm just like Fable. We go to Midtown Comics and they show you a whole list like that, and that's where I go. Or I actually get the preview books. You know what I'm saying? Monthly
Yeah, yeah.
preview books. I show you everything, and so I try to go through that, and then like I'll I'll uh I'll put in my phone the notes in my phone of stuff that
Mm,
I pre-ordered. That way I can keep track. But you know what? Using this is probably be a lot better than what I'm doing right now.
yeah. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something though. The issue is, see, we use at our shop we use Managed Comics, which is really great on the retailer end. It's not great on the consumer end. So, and I've told them that feedback over and over and over again. It's no secret. I try to sync it up. I try to, like, whenever I add something to Manage Comics, I go in the league and I push the little button, you know what I mean? Just so I can keep that week to week view. But like maintaining 2 apps is impossible. I just can't do it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Eric, good morning, brother. It's a little early for you, man. But yeah, definitely get that coffee going.
Wow, it really is.
Head E's in the house. Yep. Yeah. I thought I was horror head Nick, and now you got horror head E. Great. Cool. Cool. Do we want to look at the variants and reprints as well, or do we want to stick with cover A's? What do you think? You have any preference?
You can stick with cover A's with me. You know what I mean?
Okay. We'll stick with
Make
cover
it
A's.
simple.
If you guys in the chat have any books that you know that has a really cool variant, there's a couple in my mind that I'm gonna pull up, but we'll just keep it to cover A's for now because it takes like 2.5 hours if we don't. Fable, what's going on, dude?
Especially half of them are Frizzen books, so you know.
I wish. Yeah. Chill. Station, brother. What's going on? Fable had a great show. We had a great show on Fable's channel Friday nights.
Yeah.
Blame Fable's Amazing Friends. That was so great, man. That was such a good time. We were just reminiscing about it in the back chat before.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Fun.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for more of those as well. All right, LeagueOfComicGeeks.com.
When we threw in that Go Bills thing, you know, that was hilarious.
I don't know how that got in there, man. I have no idea how that got in there. It just happens sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, technology. You can't be perfect with it, you know?
Hey, that's the universe calling me, you know? So, all right, League of Comic Geeks. So when you go on here, if you're following along at home, LeagueOfComicGeeks.com, you can go to new comics on the left side over here, and it will show you a bunch of thumbnails for the comics that are coming out. It will default to the current week. So you need to click up here and toggle over to February, and you can click on the 1st if you want to, and it will show you the books coming out then. So, yep. Go Bills. Indeed. Thanks. Whenever somebody says go Bills, you got to reply with go Bills. That's just the way it goes.
Go Bills.
So it is in alphabetical order by title. So, you know, it's not going to be, you know, by popularity or whatever. But Herm, I'm just going to go through each one of these, and then I'm going to stop whenever I'm picking up a book, and then you can obviously, you know, chime in, interrupt me. This isn't like a, you know, wait for Nick to stop talking kind of thing. So just feel free to do whatever. So we're going to go through. I haven't really picking up any of these. 06 Protocol, The Agent, Al Capone Vampire. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Alan Scott Green Lantern. I know there's a lot of Green Lantern fans out there, but I'm not getting that one. American Psycho, Assassin's Creed, Avengers Inc. #5, and then we have Avengers Twilight #2. Big book last week, Twilight. Did you pick that one up?
I have not, and I wish I did. I don't even know if my guy has it anymore.
This is a really cool one. We have a lot of these. Daniel Acuna. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's doing a lot of these variant covers that look like this with all the different characters. I think we have Iron Man in the 2nd issue. I think we had Cap in the 1st issue. I think we have Miss Marvel in the 3rd, and we have Thor coming up too. So if you like, you know, covers that match, cover Bs are probably the way to go for that one. But we have also really cool Alex Ross cover As. So you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, Alex Ross is probably the one I would get.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to start getting that series now too. See, man.
Hey, it was my pick of the week.
Nick already.
It was my pick of the week last week. There were some good books out last week. I just like that book would just make me feel good, you know, when I read it. Yeah. So it's kind of like a Rage Against the Machine kind of a book for sure.
Nice.
Batman, Superman, World's Finest 2024 annual. I can't believe I fell off that. You're on that one?
I'm on that one. I'm behind, but I'm starting to catch up. I read the Teen Titans ones, the World's Finest, and they were really good. So
yeah.
I'm gonna keep getting them because they're really good.
Yeah, I fell off somewhere. I fell off before they did this latest arc. I don't know why I fell off, to be honest with you, but I need to catch back off. Batman Offworld, is really good. So we have
Batman and Robin is good too, man. I like Batman and Robin. I've been digging it.
Yeah. The art in that one's really crazy too. A lot of cool compositions and like lighting and stuff. The coloring is really cool in that book. Hey, Betty and Veronica Digest coming out.
Yes, Fable, ready, get ready, get that. Let's go.
We got Bloodborne.
Archie guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and Steph.
I passed on a bunch. I was at Goodwill in Florida visiting my parents this past couple months ago, and they had giant gallon-sized bags of Betty and Veronica digests. There's probably
Nice.
30 of them or something like that. I passed on them because I flew in. I didn't want to
Yeah.
have to worry about that. But I was like, man, I could have bought that because it was only like $10 a bag, and they had 30 of them or something crazy. Anyway, Bloodborne, Bombshell. Let's see, Capable #2. We have Carnage. Charred.
I
Mhm.
get those Carnages. They're not very good.
Who's on Carnage right now?
Oh,
Grumbeck. Okay.
Yeah.
She's really
mean-
good. She filled in for Thor when Donnie fell off, I think.
hmm
And they weren't bad.
Yeah, it has
But-
been terrible, but like maybe I just gotta do a reread because I have no idea what's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I fell off of that one too. Back when like the whole Carnage and Venom thing were spinning back up, and Rom was
Yeah.
on it, and Brian Hitch and stuff. All right, Cinderella, Sissy, Coda 5. Eric's probably down for that one. That's a series I have not gotten into yet, but I want to. I think that's Cy Spurrier, right? Yeah. Yep. Conan the Barbarian, great arc #1. Arc #2 is like, man, I would say it's like 50% worse, but it's still enjoyable. So if you have to read anything Conan the Barbarian, like that first arc is spectacular. So definitely recommend the first arc. Second arc, I gotta read more to really understand if it's gonna be good or not. But yeah, definitely check out that one if we haven't. Let's see, Dark Ride. I know it's a big popular book for a lot of people. Dark Ride #10, Dark Souls, DC Power 2024 first issue. Let's see, Dead X-Men #1. What's this one all about? Steve Fox. I do not know. Spinning Out of the Rise of Powers of X. Discover Dead X-Men. Okay. What do we got? Like Jubilee.
Zombie-ish? Like
yeah, they look like they're zombies. That looks like Six, maybe. I don't know who that is. Jubilee, maybe. I don't know what the heck's going on.
It could be Jubilee. Yeah.
And then obviously there's like purple power radiating, so it could be Jean, it could be anybody, Who knows? I don't know. Who's this front character though?
I have no idea. Is
Male?
That's not Scott?
I mean, oh well, yeah. There might be a little visor thing going on right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's up with that. One book I'm interested in here. Well, first off, Devil That Wears My Face #1 was really interesting. I like that one. David Propose was on there, and it was a cool book #1. So we have book #4 is out right now. I'm behind on it though, but it was cool. Drive Like Hell was coming out #4. I liked issue #1. I don't know how we're on issue #4 already. That's crazy. Duke #2. Did you get Duke?
Yeah,
that was a great one.
Can't wait to read the second one, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
They've been so good, man. All of them.
Yeah, Energon has been pretty interesting. Cobra Commander was really good this past week. So
I haven't read that one yet. I'm gonna make sure I read it today, hopefully.
They did a good job of making it feel like the Energon universe. I think like every one of these #1s is tied to Transformers somehow, even like Void Rivals. So when you read that book, it's tied in thematically the same way as all the other books so far. But they find a way to tie those two IPs together with an origin story for the character almost. So it's kind of cool that they did that. And was it perfect? No, it was not perfect, but it looked great and it read well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dust, Eden Frost, Edenwood. I read issue #1, but this didn't do it for me. Tony S. Daniels. Grim Fairy Tales. There you go. There's your favorite right there. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Any on this row? House of Slaughter. Incredible Hulk, of course, has been.
Yeah. Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been okay. That's a series that, it's more good than it is bad for me, but I needed to go someplace. When we're hitting issue #8, I need like the story to really pick up. I need answers. I need confrontations other than just one-off little episodic issues,
The art's been amazing.
Art's been great.
Stuff.
And you can go on Felix and still buy pages from like issue 1 and 2 for like $300 if that's your thing. You can get some Nick Klein original artwork.
Yeah, if I were to get that kind of art, I would get that. And those
Yeah.
pages, those are beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Eric's on Felix right now, trying to grab some of these issues for sure. Jack Kirby Collector 89. That's I'm not familiar with that run at all from Tomorrows. It's interesting. Local Man, that's a run that I started, but I fell off after the first arc. It's probably 3 or 4 issues into the next arc already, and I haven't picked it up yet. I don't know why, but it was cool. Dynamite putting out all these Disney books. Lilo and Stitch #1.
Lilo and Stitch, baby, let's go.
Are you picking those up? Those like Maleficents and Scars and all that stuff?
Well, that's one of my wife's favorite Disney cartoons movies. So yeah, I picked up a few of the
Yeah.
8 covers and a couple of the covers. I picked up like a good 4 or 5 covers for her.
What do you remember what your favorites have been? So like the Maleficent, there was tons of those and they looked really good.
Maleficent was good. Hades was good.
Scar was good too. I think
Scar might be my favorite out of them. I was surprised how good it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those were cool. Spawn, I'm not really into the Spawn game right now. I know a lot of people are. I should be, just because of the point, the just the principle of the thing, just the longevity and the price point. It's almost like a principal buy, but I haven't been keeping up with it.
Me neither. I've been getting them and they're just stacking up, and I'm like, I gotta read these, and I never do.
I know. I feel bad.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see, anything on this next row? Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World issue #3. Like, where the heck did that even come from? I don't hear anybody reading this book or anything, so I don't understand what's happening there.
No, I'm not reading that, but Maniac of New York, come on.
Oh yeah.
Don't call it a comeback.
Issue
it's
#3.
been on hiatus, right? Because it's #3.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a cover, I feel like. Let's look at that release schedule real quick. So we had January 18th, 2023, then we had April, and then we have January of 2024. Damn. So it was like a 8-month hiatus.
Wow.
If this is accurate, we haven't seen it since April.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane. It's like, but it's like, I love this series. It's like nobody noticed it was delayed. Nobody talked about it. But it's something I love. Damn.
Well, that's a good point. He says Aftershock's still putting out books. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Aftershock. That's right. That's probably what happened.
One book that I know is probably going to be on people's timelines this next week is that Kid Cudi presents Moon Man #1. We got a lot of different people on here, really cool covers. I would imagine that this one's going to be on people's feeds next week. So it kind of flew under the radar. I really hear too many people talking about it coming out, but I mean, I don't watch everything, so maybe there's a lot of buzz about it. I just didn't hear about it. What else we got? We got, hey, Power Girl Uncovered #1 for all you Uncovered fans. If you don't know, it's just a book of covers, so don't think it's a new #1. It's just a bunch of her covers.
I've been enjoying them though. Like they show all the nice covers and stuff. Frizzon's got a few of them in there,
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
It's a musket. Come on.
It is a musket. Ribbon Queen, Biotech. All right. Let's see. I don't have any of those on my poll just yet. So Star Wars Dr. Aphra. I think Fable, you're in the chat. Didn't you say Aphra and Bounty Hunters is coming to an end pretty soon? I think that's what you were talking about yesterday.
I know Bounty Hunters is. I didn't know Aphra was coming to an end. I buy those too. I'm enjoying the Bounty Hunters. I can understand. It's kind of like it was good in the beginning, and then it kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought Aphra's been good the whole way. So
final issue.
Oh snap!
#40.
Maybe we'll get another relaunch because that's the second volume of that. So
yeah, maybe
if I don't recall.
Well, 40 issues, man. Okay. That was a long run. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make another #1, and they're gonna, all that crap.
Probably, maybe a new writer, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And we were talking about this in the back chat, like.
Yeah.
25. You get 25 issues from a series. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about Ultimate Spider-Man. It's pretty much what you what you
Yeah,
dream of when you hear
that's
about
true.
somebody like that, you know?
Yeah. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna call it it's gonna be a new number one, a couple new people on it, and then they're just
Mhm.
gonna who knows if it'll be good. The X team that died at the gala, yeah, that's an interesting thought. So Sync, I don't think Sync died in the gala. Scott didn't die at the gala. Gene and Jubilee did though. So yeah, maybe.
Mm.
And the only reason I say Sync didn't is because he was in the last Rise of the Powers of X or something like that. And if that's if I'm remembering correctly, and Scott, he's like in prison or whatever. He got locked up and his eyes ripped out. So that's fun. All right. Somna issue number 2. This is gonna be a big one from Distillery. I know it got a lot of people's blood boiling in different ways. So that'll be interesting. Spider-Boy 3. I think I read Spider-Boy number 1, and then I think you guys covered it or something like that. You were talking about Spider-Boy on one of your shows, and we
Yeah,
talked
we
about his
were.
origin.
We talked about it a little bit, but I don't know if Tom's picking them all up. I picked up the number 2,
Yeah.
but I'm just not digging it, man. I'm trying
Yeah.
to. It's just like there's a lot like Dan Slott. I enjoyed his run, but towards the end it was
Mhm.
starting to get, it was good, it was time for him to leave. He's putting a lot of like events that happened throughout his history in
Yeah.
it, and then just adding Spider Boy, like because he was supposed to be, non-existent, like he used to be there, but now he's not. You know what I mean? And it's just,
Right.
it's just not clicking with me with him right now.
It's hard to bring in new characters because we already have this like robust, established world with characters full of characters, right? And so a lot of people are screaming, why don't you bring back so and so and bring back so and so? But creators want to put their mark out there, make their mark, and they want to create their own characters. And then they got to find creative ways to like not replicate origin stories of other characters, and then they need to find a way for them to be powerful enough to be a force to reckon with the villains that are already
Mm-hmm.
established, or they create their own villains, but they have to have at least the same power set or maybe just slightly under the established heroes because they don't want to be too overpowered and they want the heroes to be able to take out the villains. And so it's just like a big mess, It's hard if you
Yeah.
want to create something new.
And then the history, like history after the fact, like if you add another
Right.
person in that history, I don't think the same path will go. Like, because Spider-Man will have to think about his sidekick more and distract him
Mhm.
from other things he's been doing besides trying to save MJ or save this person over there. So I don't know how it would work, but he's
Yeah.
trying to make it happen, I guess,
Yep. Happy Sunday, Rogue. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Dudes everywhere, all in the chats and the comments and stuff. Appreciate your support. And MJ doesn't need saving anymore, Herm, because she's jackpot now. So she doesn't need saving. She's got Paul. She's got the best partner in the world. She's got whatever powers rotate on her wrist.
We could do a whole show on that issue.
That book sucked.
There was moments where Peter Parker would allow, like he allowed that. Now it's like, oh, you can help us out now, and I'm like, I don't know if he would talk like that, but so confidently, like he was always been overprotected towards MJ. Now all of a sudden she has powers. He's like, oh yeah, you could go over there and get destroyed. You know what I mean? I'll come over here with She-Hulk and do something else. I don't think he would do that. You know what I mean? But who am I? I've been reading Spider-Man so many years. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you don't know anything. You know more than the current editorial staff there, probably. All right, what else we got? Siphon. This was an interesting book. I think this is volume 2 or maybe 3. I can't remember at this point, but this was a good idea. It just wasn't executed well when I was reading it. So, we have another volume, issue number 3, whatever. Titans Beast World, issue number 6. You getting this? You said you were reading Titans.
I'm reading Titans, and I'm getting mixed up because I wasn't getting the Beast War stuff. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to avoid, any Titan stuff. You know what I mean? But like, I enjoy the Titan stuff, and now I want to actually pick those up. And now there's like 6 or 7 books I got to pick up now because I'm behind.
Well, they're the new Justice League, so you better catch up.
Yeah, better, right?
This one's for you. I'm gonna let you field this question.
What's question?
Paul, what the hell is Paul?
Don't
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh man.
He's a mistake that hopefully will get neuralized eventually.
Hopefully.
Trinity Special issue number 1 from Tom King. Yes. So whenever I read Wonder Woman, there is a Trinity backstory. And every time I read Wonder Woman, it feels like I'm not going to, it's okay, right? If it's okay. When I get to the backstory though, with Trinity, with Damian, John, and Trinity, I like love the hell out of it. I have such a good time reading that backstory. But then when I'm reading the main Wonder Woman run, I'm like, man, yeah, she's great. We all know that. Let's keep going, right? So I'm excited for this book because I like the dynamic of those 3 characters together. And they're kind of babysitting her, like they're older, right? So Damien's probably like 20 something or 20.
Mm-hmm.
John's whatever the hell age he is, and then Trinity is like 10 or 8 or something like that. But she's super powered, and they're like babysitting her in a way. And the banter between the 2 characters while they're watching her is just awesome. I like that a lot. So I hope that this is a good book. I feel like it will be.
I might get that one.
Tuskers. This looks like a book that'll make me cry, so I'm not gonna probably check that. No, I'll check it if I can get I think somebody was talking about this book a while ago. I don't remember who it was, but it looks interesting. World Tree. Are you a World Tree guy? You said you're selective with your indies. It's probably one of the biggest talked about indie books out right now.
I haven't been picking it up, but yeah, like I see everybody saying good things about it. I'll probably pick up the trade when it comes out or something and read it.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a book. It's a little controversial for me because have you ever read a comic and the vast majority of the people that have read it love it, but you read it and you're like, what are you guys reading? I'm sure that you had that happen. That's the book for me.
Happens all the time. The Ram V stuff, you know, everybody reading, loving it.
Detective Comics. I forgot. Oh God. Yeah. I know there's some folks in the chat that agree with me, but World Tree is one of those books where I read it and I go, what are you guys reading? I don't understand what the allure is just yet. So anyway, so we have Wolverine number 42. I hear it's going to start like getting crazy soon, or maybe it was the previous issue 41 where it was supposed to get ultra violent and just nuts. And I did flip through the last issue and there was some cool stuff, but like the things I read about it didn't match what I flipped through and read in the book itself. So I don't know, 42.
I'm a couple of issues behind, but yeah. Like I'm on and off with the Wolverine book. Sometimes I read it and I'm like, I don't remember what I read, and sometimes I do. I don't know.
Well, it's an editorial thing too with Marvel. Like these characters are everywhere in all these books doing different stuff. So it's like if you had a solo book, is it really going to match with the other books going on? That sounds like it would be a hard thing to do. And this is mostly focused around Sabretooth, right? And so you know, in the beginning of the Krakoa era, like he was, the council threw him in like their hell, right? Like the pit. And he just like developed from there. He'd kind of like evolved like Carnage has been in his run, getting more powerful and everything. And you know, he's escaping and he's a force now and things like that. So
now Wolverine has no chance. No chance.
That's right. Yeah. He can regenerate from a single cell, but he's got no chance at all. Specking on Tuskers might dress as a stereotypical Ivy Poacher from the 80s movie. Exactly. All right. So, you know, not bad week number 1. Let's go into week number 2, see what's up. Addams Family, Alien. I think you're an Alien guy, right? You've been picking up some Alien books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Avengers number 10. But I'm on the fence with that book right now. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
It's been okay. Like I've been reading through them too. I didn't pick up. I don't know if I'm picking up number 10. I might drop it too. It's been like okay for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We were talking in the back chat about like what can you really do with the Avengers, because it's just a super powerful team, and the answer is you make up super powerful villains, and then you just constantly throw them at them, and that's what they've been doing. I think we've had 2 different teams of villains in the past 10 issues now that we've got introduced to. We had a standoff. We found a creative way, not even a creative way, to take them out, and now we're kind of like recovering from those battles. So, you know, that's where we are with Avengers.
I mean, yeah, it's not that it's not good. It's like you were saying that you got to create this big thing and all that. You kind of used to seeing all these characters in their own books, and now they're together trying to fight together, and it's just like sometimes it doesn't work. You know what I mean? For me, you know what I mean? Sometimes like I prefer to read their solo books or something like that.
Yeah,
But you know,
that's true.
to each his own, I guess, right?
Maybe the Avengers shouldn't be an ongoing, and it should just be like an event, because they're individual standalone books. They take out the villains every time,
Yeah,
for the most
yeah,
part, right? It's
yeah,
rare that the villain just wipes out the hero, and that's the status quo going forward. So
yeah.
maybe they
Maybe it's
shouldn't team
like you
up.
said. Maybe we see these events and stuff like that, and it's always happening in the events. That when you see it in just a solo book, you know what I mean? You're like,
Mhm.
you're thrown off. You're like, all right,
Yeah,
why is this like more threatening than the big event over there and stuff
right,
like
right.
it's just yeah.
Yeah, what kind of threat could they possibly have to team up to take on when they could just wipe out everything in their solo books? Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's a big IP. They're never going to stop it. So,
of course,
um,
of course.
Batman 42. Ooh, we get some more Joker stuff. Okay.
142, yes. Chip, man, I love the run. I love the run. He's doing great.
Yeah, I like the pedal to the floor, fighting a Terminator kind of stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Are you
Yeah,
caught up? Are you caught up with Batman right now, by any chance?
yeah. I read
Okay.
the last one where finally they're trying to figure out how to. I keep forgetting the goddamn thing's name, but
Failsafe?
fail safe. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how long they're gonna be. They can go with the storyline before finally cutting it. You know what I mean? Because it's been a while. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it's been
I'm
almost,
enjoying it though.
yeah. 125 is when we were introduced to, well, that was
Mm,
Chip's run. Failsafe came in shortly after that. So yeah, it's been almost 20 issues now.
yeah,
Um,
we'll see.
yeah, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, fan favorite amongst our group. So very, very cool book.
And if
Um,
I hate to go backwards, but
yeah,
if I remember, he wasn't like Batman. He finally killed him off or something like that. Or that's what they made it seem or something like that. I'm gonna
who
have to reread
Failsafe?
that one, but yeah,
No.
like he caught him. I know, like he had that cabin in the woods,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
Failsafe was going to the city and stuff like that, and then he figured out that he was going back to the cabin,
yeah.
and I forgot what happened in the end of that
So
book. I gotta reread it.
he Batman wakes up in this cabin area, I think, right? And then he has a conversation with Failsafe. And Failsafe is different now. He's not the same Failsafe as he was when we first started.
Mhm.
His whole and they talk through how that was possible and like what this new persona is. And I thought it was pretty cool that they did that.
Mhm.
And they had a big battle in the cabin in the woods, and then Failsafe eventually just knocks Batman out, and that's how we ended the last issue.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah,
I wasn't sure like if they were trying to make it. Oh, he finally killed him or something like that. Like
no,
you know
no,
how they are.
you can't kill this, like everything he's done.
Yeah.
So I mean, like what he had him in a car, like an old car. He put like this emergency foam explosion inside the car, trapping Failsafe, and he drove it off a cliff, and Failsafe like jumps out. It's like, what do you can't? What do you do to this guy? Whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? EMP. I mean, that he probably built something. Zern Ra probably built something in
Maybe
there to
they
take
just
that.
tickle him. Tickle him. A little bit. He's not gonna expect that, and then boom, you throw him off that way and kill him. You know what I mean?
That's funny. All right. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. We covered that one. That's one of my favorite books out right now. It's only 2 issues in too, and that's should say a lot. It's a good one.
Mhm.
Beyond Real, a book that came out for free. If this is the
Yeah, it's one
Kaplan,
of the free books.
this is
Yeah.
the Kaplan book, right? Yeah. So
Mhm.
Beyond Real issue number 2 was free last time it came out, and so we'll see what kind of an audience it picked up, right? What the FOC looks like for this one.
That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah. I liked issue number 1, but I didn't like it as much as most people did. I thought,
Mm.
it's very matrixy, but they handled it like pretty superficially. It didn't go very deep. It was kind of like error messages popping up in this girl's vision, and she just doesn't know what's going on. It's like,
Mm.
okay, so there's some kind of a system, some kind of a software world that she's living in that she's understanding. And she's like the last person that should understand it because she's really like anti-tech and stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I have it in the backlog. I'm gonna have to read
Yeah.
it, see if I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie enjoying Batman Off-World. Yeah, it's great. Issue number 3 is coming out in February. Birds of Prey. Are you a Birds of
Birds
Prey
of
guy?
Prey. Yes, yes. I'm enjoying it. Kelly Thompson, she's writing. I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, Kelly's great.
Yeah, fun. A lot of fun book.
Yeah.
Um, You know, it's not gonna break your head. If you want something like if you read Hickman or Rand V book and you want a break, read Birds of Prey. It's worth
Or a
it.
Tynan book.
Or a Tynan book.
Yeah.
Oh
Blood
man.
Rick, issue number 3. I think Robbie said he liked issue number 2. I never saw it, so I'll have to take his word for it. The art looks cool though in it, and it's like a barbarian kind of a book. So I imagine it'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Say, speaking of Tynan, we got Blue Book, 1947, issue number 1. Pretty cool. Cap, issue number 6. I've been digging the Cap run. It's probably the definition of a slow burn, but I like the journey that we're going through so far. It has a warming feel to it, I think. It doesn't feel annoying, and I think that it's a good book. So it's weird as hell though. Like there's a lot of weird interactions in it, especially with Doctor Strange, but it's fun.
Have to check it out.
Yep. All right. So Kids Don't Die, Count Crawley. Nope. Crave. That's an interesting book. It needs to go somewhere. It's hopefully in classic issue 3 fashion, we're going to get some stuff happening besides just people making out in school all day long. So hopefully that's the case. The Call, issue number 5, a book I dropped off of probably around issue number 3, maybe. I can't remember.
I'm behind. Kelly Thompson too, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I have it collected. I just haven't haven't started reading it. Is it like something different from what you used to reading? Pretty much why you didn't like it, or?
Yeah, well, the art was cool, but like it just wasn't really doing it for me in the story itself. Anytime you have a group of people, I can't keep up with when you have like 4, 5, 6 people, I can't keep up with their names. I can't remember, oh, they used to date, or oh, she's mad at her, or she's the leader of the group, or he's the tech guy and he's the dork. And I can't keep up with all that stuff. And when the story leans heavily on the relationships of those characters, and then the side story is the situation that they're in, I get lost. So like I
got you.
That happens in Tynan books all the time because he likes to introduce 10 people at a time, and they all have history with each other. And like the side story is the world ending event. And I'm like, I can't do it. But
that series, The House at the Lake in the House at the end, whatever you call that series.
That was the epitome of that.
Yes.
I was like, who's the artist again? And why do I care? You know, like that's why. Yeah. And like, I can't remember if Nice House on the Lake, if their personas, like the artist, the architect, the engineer, the doctor, whatever, I can't remember if those titles even meant anything other than the fact that like, if you were to craft a future civilization, you need like a solid foundation of diverse people. But like, I don't think it played a role other than that, except for moments here and there. Oh, someone got shot. Oh, where's the doctor? That kind of stuff, you know. Anyway, we digress. Daredevil Gang War issue number 3. Not dipping too much into the Gang War stuff, but I like that Elektra's on here.
I like the main stuff so far. I haven't. I picked up. Midtown had a sale. I picked some of them up for cheap. So I'm waiting to go pick those up. But I enjoyed the main Gang War stuff. I didn't think I was. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was skipping all the tie-ins, and I started enjoying that. And I keep hearing like some of the tie-ins are pretty good from the people who are reading it. So I'm like, so now, that one they're gonna end up picking that up. So
yeah, I've been reading the main runs. So like I read Luke Cage number 1, and then I read Miles, and there's some connections there. You know, like they tease you and what's going on. So yeah, whatever. It's pretty good. There was another book I read recently that had the giant size Spider-Man with Miles. That one had a lot of Gang War references. I think to it. So I'm not reading Gang War titles, but I'm reading my regular titles that are tied in. So
yeah, it's fine. I don't think you need to read them, but
no, I got the gist of it.
yeah, it's fine.
Rogue saying he's been digging most of the Dark Spaces series so far. I dipped into those. I didn't stay, unfortunately, but you know, I liked what I read, just not enough to like, I'm all in, you know. Yep. Hey, what's up, Station? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. All right. So let's keep going here. Any of these doing it for you? We talked about the Disney books before. We have Cruella.
I haven't read that one yet, but I can't wait, man. They've all been good, so I'm pretty sure I'll end up liking that one.
Yeah. Doctor Strange number 12. I know a lot of guys are loving the Doctor Strange books. It's not a book that I've been reading, but I like
me
this cover
neither.
though. He's like walking. I forget the dog's name. His ghost dog, and everyone's freaking out.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover.
Doctor Strange is a character like I like seeing him in other books. He's when his feature book for whatever reason I can't get into, and I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just can't do it. It's like
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg when you see his own album, it's okay, but you like him better singing with all the other folks. You know what I mean? It's just that's just the way it is sometimes.
What? Yeah, we just like him just dancing in the background, just providing that little flavor in the back, you know.
Visit Dizzle, Jizzle, Wizzle. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. All right, let's go. Fantastic Four. I like this cover a lot because it's like a Mr. Fantastic, presumably like in an archaeological. I can't say that word right now, guys. I'm sorry.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like
that's nice.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. I mean, thinking about time travel and stuff. That's kind of neat. Fire and Ice. More Spawn. Gone #2. Issue 1 was fine. We'll check out issue #2, see what's up. Godzilla, Ghost Lore. Hey, there's your Colin Bunn. Where's Manny? Dawn Attack, Frank Frazetta. A lot of Frank Frazetta books. Hack Slash Back to School from Zoe. Fun issue #1 and 2. Cool art. Fairly original. Not a super original story, but it's a girl wants to pursue her dreams of slaying monsters, and she finds a school full of people that already do that. So very like X-Men-ish. But it has Zoe's little flavor on it, which is always really cool. It's pretty good.
Wow, sounds interesting.
So, yeah, it's really cool art anyways. So yeah, she's definitely someone to keep an eye on from that, like even from storytelling and art perspective. She's really good. Kaya. I know a lot of guys are reading this one. I know Manny loves it. I know Robbie loves it, but it's not a book I've been able to get into from Wes Craig.
Yeah, Robbie always talking about it in his reviews, but yeah, I've never got into it.
It inevitably always hits the monthly review, and I'm like, every month after month after month, I just have to put my head down and be like, no, I'm not reading it. Sorry.
How dare you?
I know. Kneel Before Zod. Issue #1 was okay. Issue #2 is coming out. We talked about Lilo and Stitch already. I can't believe 2. That's weird that 2 is marked for the 7th. I thought 1 was marked for the 1st, but maybe that's a mistake here. Love Everlasting. Are you excited about this one, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger return? Is this something you're going to be grabbing? Probably,
yeah,
right?
I'm gonna definitely grab it. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what Amy Jo Johnson, what she thinks of it and all that. I don't know if she reads the history or anything like that. I'm guessing this is gonna be after her shows and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't know the history of the book that has been coming out. But I'm pretty interested.
What I'm upset about is the Frizzens of 1 in 50. Killing me.
It's nice.
It is nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, killing me for sure. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. If it continues the trend it's on right now, we will be in the futuristic landscape where they essentially hate each other and they're like modified and they have like armies of people. So if you're into that setting, I think you're going to like this. Issue #11 is where we were with that. So hopefully it continues that trend. It's a book that I'm picking back up again because I liked it in the beginning a little bit. It had really great moments, and then I fell off, and then I jumped back in, and now it's cool again. So that's pretty cool. Bloodborne Dark Dominion. No, I'm not reading that one. Actually, finally excited to finally jump into TMNT with Jason Aaron's relaunch. Yep. Oh yeah, we talked about that on Blame Fable's show. That's going to be an interesting thing to check out for sure. I think a lot of us are not reading Kaya exactly. Yep.
It's gonna be interesting where they go with it, with the Jason Aaron goes with it,
I think on Robbie's pop culture, what was it? It was the wrap-up video he put out yesterday morning. I think he was saying that they were going to continue the foundation they laid in 150 and before, just with the new number 1 and going forward. I was almost hoping. I mean, like, I don't want to relaunch, with an origin story and, this is who Shredder is. It's like, Jesus, we know. But like, I don't want him to pull too many things from the current run, because I feel like it alienated a lot of people who haven't been paying attention for the last 10 years and want to jump in because they like the cartoon or like the movies or like the video games. If you jump into TMNT now and try to read it, you're going to be like, what the heck? Who are the other 3 turtles? And who are these? Why is Raphael in love with a rat or something? You know what I mean? Or like this other character. It's like, what's going on? So anyway, they need to make it new reader friendly, but also satisfy the people who've been reading it so far. And that's going to be a hard thing to do. But
if anybody could do it, Jason Aaron can do it.
Yeah.
You think they'll come out with like a 0 issue a little later on to explain stuff like that, or
it wouldn't be a bad transitional idea to come out with a 0 issue, or just a one shot and call it 151 point or 150.5 or something, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it can't be too jarring. How about that? Between 150 and number 1. Ram V is coming out with another book. He talked about this on Robbie's channel the other week, the One Hand issue 1. And there is another book. I think it's called the One. Oh crap. I can't remember what it is. The One something else. And I think there was another creator. Was it Dan Water? We'll figure it out when we get through here. But it's kind of like a complimentary book, so you definitely want to check that one out. One Hand, the Six Fingers. Thanks. Yep. So these are going to be complimentary books from what we understand. So if you're going to grab one, grab the other one. Check out the covers if you're a cover person and you want to have things align. I think he was mentioning cover B's align for a little while, perhaps, but just pay attention to the covers if you're into that kind of stuff. If you like Rom, pick it up. I forgot to mark that one. It's on my other poll though. Pine and Miramac. Did you read? You probably didn't read this one from Kyle Starks. Came out a couple weeks ago.
No.
If you like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, if you like that dynamic, this is the same kind of dynamic in a way, just set in like a real world situation. They're PIs. They have histories and very specific things. They're married and they team up and they take on these cases. And there's a pretty personal case they're going for right now. So it's a great book so far.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. Definitely.
Let's see. We got Poison Ivy. We got Red Hood.
I'm caught up with that one. That was really good. Yep. I'm enjoying the little sidekick she has with her and stuff and everything. Like, pretty cool. What are you going to say?
Is the sidekick the girl that she meets in like the first or second arc that kind of sticks around and like she's they had a relationship here and there before she got back with Harley again.
Yeah.
She was on a world-ending tour. She was on a world-ending tour. You can't blame her, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They cheat on each other with the sidekick. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. We have a new Red Hood book coming out, The Hill, issue number 1. Not really on my radar, but we'll flip through it at the shop maybe if it hits. Scooby-Doo, Space Outlaws. I loved issue number 1 of Space Outlaws. It's been forever since I read it. I never saw issue number 2, and we got issue number 3 coming out. So there you go. Let's see.
She-Hulk, sensational She-Hulk. Come on.
Are you championing that book too? So we have you, Fable.
I'm not caught up, but yeah. Who? Fable and who else?
Taki. Love that book.
Yeah. It's good, man. I've been reading it digitally.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't get them all. But I wish I bought this book and not other books. You know what I mean?
I love that. Fable said something very similar the other day. It I had like a moment of clarity when he said it, and it was something along the lines of just buying one book that everyone seems to like based on their reviews versus buying tons of those other books, like filling a short box with just nonsense, and then he's like, I would rather wait and then just spend $20 on that one spec book that hits, like Ultimate Spider-Man. If you didn't buy all that other junk, you have that $20 to spend on Ultimate Spider-Man if you so desire to do so, right?
True.
So when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, it's one of those moments of like clarity that you get when you talk about this stuff. Mace Windu number 1, that'll be fun. I think check that out.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder
We got,
where they're gonna go. Like after he was killed,
I
did
don't
he
know.
survive, or before that? You know what I mean?
Trying to read and see if there's anything on here. It's talking about the Hutts. It's talking about years before Clone Wars.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think he.
yeah.
I wonder if this is going to be like him growing up through the ranks. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like a prequel kind of a thing. It should be interesting. I like the covers.
Just,
That's a great
yeah.
first cover. Very Samuel
It's
L.
really
Jackson
nice.
ish. So, all right, what else we got? TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures. We got Thanos #3. I think my review for that was the book that doesn't need to exist. There's just too much going. There's too much going on in Marvel. We don't need this right now. It's like there's no way. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like Phase 4 or whatever of the MCU. We can't rank the threats going on at the same time across the board because every one of them is world ending. And so it's like, what do you, if everything's a
Yeah.
priority, nothing is kind of a thing, you know? So like
Yeah.
Thanos coming back should be a big deal and everybody should care about it. And the only people that care about it are the members that team up to take him on in this book, and nobody else cares in the universe. And it feels weird.
Hmm.
You know, it feels weird that that's
Yeah.
happening right now. So
It's
Thundercats.
not a Marvel book. I'm not picking it up. So that says a lot, you know?
Thundercats #1. Wasn't this the book that got
Oh,
tons, 160,000 pre-orders or something like that?
something like, yeah. I
Rob
can't wait,
Liefeld's
man. I'm excited.
Rob Liefeld's attached to it, I believe. I hope I'm getting that right.
Yeah. Rob Liefeld,
Yeah.
yeah. They keep joking. He's gonna draw the feet. You know what I mean? What kind of cat feet is he gonna draw?
We'll see what kind of ankles. We're gonna get some ankle breakers for sure. Traveling to Mars, issue #10, one of my favorite books of the year. Issue #10, the penultimate edition.
I see Snarf in the front cover. I thought Robbie said there's no Snarf. You know what I mean? I was listening.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we joke around that he gets killed in the first issue? Like he gets bumblebeed in the first issue.
Like Bumblebee, yeah.
That's funny. Ultimate Black Panther #1. I'm excited for this one because it's the Black Panther mythology mixed with the Khonshu mythology, and I think it's going to be a cool battle. And even if it's combined, and if those powers are combined, if that's the premise, it's going to be fun to see what that looks like, you know. So I'm excited for Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up, definitely.
And I think a lot of people, we talked about this too the other day, I think a lot of people saw the success of Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Twilight even. And I think people are going to be more excited now going into the rest of the Ultimate lines. You know, because we have Ultimate, Black Panther, and then we have Ultimate X-Men coming out soon, and we have, a lot of other stuff. So
it's almost like they should have just started with the whole thing that started it, Ultimate Spider-Man. That's pretty much what started it all, I mean, they should have just done that again. Because all that other stuff, people just was not digging.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. So
yep. And I can't remember in Ultimate Invasion what the maker did, if it was covered at all, what he did to these two particular heroes, what he did, because presumably he went around and stuffed all the origin stories. But like, what does that look like, and how would he do it?
Did everything,
right.
Like obviously the Spider-Man, he took away the bug that bit him and stuff like that, and I think he ended the issue like that or something like that, and then everybody's like, "Oh my god," you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Yep. Van Helsing, we have Venom. That's still a book.
Venom.
I think we got X-Men 30 this past week, if I'm not mistaken. It's a book that I didn't read. I need to at least touch base with it to see what's happening. It should be the book that kind of gives you the gist of what's happening in the main universe anyways. So
it does. Like there's some things like they'll reference. You probably have to go back and read that other book it's referencing, or if you figure it out. But for the most part, they've been doing a good job just giving you a book and getting you, I've been digging the X-Men ones.
Yeah.
It's the other ones I dropped.
Yeah, X-Men should be like the summation of the other books, and then progressing the main idea at the same time, So that should be pretty cool. This one's gonna be interesting. The Wolverine Madripoor Knights #1, and I think there's a homage cover. Oh, maybe not. I could have sworn there was an homage cover to, oh god, was it Jim Lee's cover with Black Widow, Captain, and X-Men, or and Wolverine? Oh man, I think it was a Jim Lee cover. I can't remember. You guys have all seen the cover before if you've been collecting
I
books for a
probably
while.
have.
Yeah, I have a copy. I mean, all three of them are on the cover here, so it's kind of like a throwback at least, but like their poses aren't quite the same.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. It's an X-Men cover. Wasn't it
yeah,
an X-Men cover? It's
I think
X-Men
it is.
issue.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yep.
I think I own one of them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
Probably. If not,
Mhm.
everyone has seen this cover before. So
Very popular. So
yeah.
yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man gonna be sold out. It already is. It's sold out like everywhere. Like all the distribution centers that I know about. Our shop sold out immediately. Robbie's shop sold out within
Yeah,
a
my
day or
shop was
two.
done.
Yeah,
I
nobody could.
I went everywhere. I went to like 5 different shops out here in Long Island,
Hmm.
and I was lucky to find one.
Which one did you get? Do you remember?
The A cover, I found
Oh,
it. I
good,
found it in
good.
one of the places. Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
had a second. They had a second one. They had the one that Tom found. You know, the background with all the different characters in it. I
Mm.
forgot the name, but you
Like
know
the design variant?
yeah, that one.
That's
That
the
one.
1 in
Yeah,
10. That's the
that's the
Geppetto
one
1
in
in
10.
10. I picked up that one
Oh
online
shit!
yesterday morning from, oh crap, I can't remember the name of the comic shop online.
You know, I could
They
have picked that one up for regular price because the guy didn't know.
Yeah, I could have got it with my discount if I would have just at my shop. We had an entire, so they have these metal shelves for all their new release comics. The whole shelf across the bottom, which is probably 4.5 feet maybe wide, was full of cover A's in every variant and incentives. Not
Mm,
every variant, there's like 15, but I would say there's probably at least 6 different covers
hmm
on there and some incentives as well. And they had, a few of them. There wasn't like one copy of each. And
hmm
so I remember filming it. I was like, Ultimate Spider-Man and all the variants. And I went all the way across and I grabbed my cover A and I walked out. It was on my pole, And then I came back, I think it was Saturday. That was Monday night. I come back Saturday and they were all gone except for like 2 or 3 different ones. And I was like, dang, I can't believe we sold out of Ultimate Spider-Man almost. It's like, yeah, dude, they've been flying off the shelf. And then I'm sure they're gone by now. I haven't been back since,
Oh
but
yeah, they've been gone, man.
yeah. I found a 1 in 10 online at some comic shop I never hear about, but it was an Instagram ad and it was showing that. And I clicked on it. It took me to the website. I'm like, oh, I've heard of these guys before. And they had the 1 in 10s for cover price. Sure, grabbed it. And then
Oh,
later that day we were talking about it and it sold out. So I was lucky.
wow. Yeah, it's like Robbie was saying. Like
Hmm.
he was skeptical about ordering them because what happened
Yeah.
Ultimate Invasion. So
Hmm.
all the shops probably didn't order extra amounts like they usually do. Because I know my guy in my shop, he's notorious for over ordering, but he didn't do it with this one,
Hmm.
and he got wiped out. He's like, damn.
Yeah.
You just never know. You never know. Like
Yeah.
it's. I mean, I could have told him. You know what I mean? Because it's Ultimate Spider-Man, Hickman, get a
Yeah.
little extra, but he didn't ask me. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah. And I mean these shops, I mean, like they get these books at whatever cost they get them from their distributors, whatever they negotiate or whatever the rate is. And then, they
mhm.
rely on, to keep the lights on by selling these books, Like I don't
Yeah.
think a lot of comic shops are really super profitable in their new release comics. It's all back issue kind of stuff and games and whatever else. And so it kind of sucks when you miss out and you didn't order enough books and the demand is super high. It's like, yeah, you might be making 50 cents a book, but like, hey man, that's 50 cents more than you had. And if you had a few dozen more copies or 100 copies of it. Anyway,
Yeah.
Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 82. I think you're grabbing these. I'm not at
Yes.
the time.
Every
Yep.
single one of them. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
But it's
I
just like Fable. Like we missed
Yeah.
out from the beginning, and it's one of those interesting series in color. So why not get them all?
You guys make me feel bad every time because like I'm obviously, I mean, if you guys know my history, Walking Dead's what got me into comics. And so whenever I heard Deluxe was coming out, I got the first 10 Deluxe and then I stopped. And then I told myself I was going to get every key issue Deluxe going forward. And that didn't happen because I couldn't keep track of it. And then when I did the math though, when the announcement came out, I'm like, okay, 193 times $4. I did the math and I'm like, I don't think Nick in 5 years is going to like that, but I get jealous every time I hear that you guys are doing it because that's a cool thing to collect. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So, all right. We are on week. What is this? We got a few more weeks, so we can go through this one a little more quickly. Action Comics 162. We got Aaron on here. Cool previous issue. If you like Bizarro, pick up Action Comics. That's all I can tell you. Adventure Man Ghostlight #2. I read the first volume. I fell off. I gotta get caught back up. I liked what I read, but I don't know if it's gonna hold or not into this next volume. Hey, there's your ASM #43.
Yeah.
Some more Archie, Black Hammer.
Archie.
Yeah. Beware the Planet of the Apes. Interesting #1. #2's out. We'll see. Batman and Robin and Batman we talked about already. City of Madness. I liked issue #1. I think I didn't get #2 for some reason. Issue 3's out. Barbaric Fans. This is going to be an origin, I believe, of our what's our barbarian's name? I can't remember off the top of my head. You're reading it now. So I think this is an origin story of the barbarian, like when he was a kid. So like, if I remember the solicitation correctly, so if you're into that, you can check that one out. It looks like it's going to be cool. All the barbaric books are great. So Black Panther, Blade, a book that amongst our group, we seem to love that book. So Blade's been really cool.
Excellent.
He had a team up with the Hulk last issue. Really good.
Yeah.
Blood Commandment #4, another great book from Kudransky. This one's really cool. If you're into like vampire kinds of things, I would recommend checking out Blood Commandment because it's done a really good job of telling a really good story. We're on issue #4. I feel like this is going to be just like the end of the first arc because there's so much story to tell. I would really love to see this book continue. It needs to be 8 issues for sure, but I think this is the final issue, if I'm not mistaken. Miniseries finale. So I don't know how he's going to wrap it up, but I'm going to be sad when it leaves for sure. Let's see what else we got. Boris Karloff. We got Displaced #1 from Boom. Deviant #4. Again, a lot of guys are loving that book.
I'm definitely getting it.
Yep. Here's that Dark Spaces. Some people, we were talking about Dark Spaces in the chat a little bit. Got some Daredevil, Cabinet, Divine, Dutch #1. That's a book that I don't know. Do you know anything about Dutch? I think that's like a 90s book, right? Or something, or a character, or that's the perception anyway that I get.
I have no idea.
No?
No idea. No.
I have no idea either. John Station, buddy. What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in.
Station.
Appreciate you. Yeah, Displaced looks good. Displaced is a book that I thought about adding to my pull list. Like the Nick from a year ago would have been like a new #1 from Boom. Yes, bam. But I've been burned too much in the past. I'm probably gonna hang back on that one. Let's see what the reviews are. We'll let Robbie read it and see what he says. Let's see how Fall of the House of X. So we're gonna have these competing titles, right? Rise of the Power of X, Fall of the House of X. So we'll see what that. Yeah, but we got Polaris on the cover here.
I can't keep up no more.
Look at this costume though. We have white suit, presumably white suit Polaris with the Magneto helmet. With
that is fire.
It looks like Nowhere, right? In the background. So that's a great cover. That might be contender for like cover of the month or of the week, Yeah. So that's a really good cover.
That's a hot cover, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Let's keep going here. So we have Gargoyles with all 40 covers that are coming out for that book. Ghost in the Water. Green Lantern. Are you picking up? You're probably picking that up, right?
Green Lantern? No. I never was into Green Lantern.
I think it's either Green Lantern or Green Arrow, and it might be both. People have been digging that book. I think it's
Green Arrows are people really digging right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think that's the one. I haven't picked that one either, but Robbie loves it. He's making me want to pick it up.
Yeah. Blade has been decent. I give it a 7.5 early issues of it. We do a 1 through, I do a 1 through 10 scale. A lot of these guys do their 1 through 5. 7.5, that's, been decent. What, a 7.5? If your scale's out of 10, that means you're loving that book. Those, yep.
Blade's been good, man. Real good.
Yeah,
it's like the modern day team up book right now. You know what I mean? He's teaming up with all these characters in the book. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
All I know about Dutch is that women do paper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blade's hard to like describe because is it amazing? It's like, no, it's probably not amazing, but the writing, the character portrayal, and I think just the episodic nature of it works for that book. And yeah, it's been cool. I like it. I Hate Fairyland. That's a book I fell off of, but it was a cool book. I don't know why I fell off. I think I was just kind of over that a little bit, but like it was fun.
Yeah, I'm picking that up. I haven't read it in a while, but I'm still picking them
Yeah.
up.
And I bought volume 1 super cheap, and it's on my rack over here just because I was reading volume 2 and I didn't really even know it until I was reading it. If you find this, I'm Already Dead. If you're a Matt Kint fan, a new Matt Kint book coming out. If you find this, I'm Already Dead from Dark Horse Comics. So you can pick that up. The covers are all cool. They look like this. So I think there's 2 or 3 issues that you can order in advance already. So there's that. The Infernals. Hey, there's our boy, Miles. When is Ziegler falling off? So we're going to look into March real quick. Ziegler's still on there. Legacy 300. So that might be a good book to look out for.
300 book. Yep.
Yeah. So I wonder what they're going to do with this.
Well, make it expensive. You know what it says, $8.99 on there.
It does. It's 76 pages though.
Yeah.
So
are they gonna make the whole book the whole book the story? You know what I mean? When they do that is when I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like I not that I don't like the side stories, but sometimes like they'll give you just 20 pages or 22 of the story, and then the rest is backups. You know what I mean?
Like the giant size we got, like the 56 page giant size was just the half of the back half of the book was just Ultimate 22 or whatever it was from Bendis.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this one has the whole story, because I think they did it with Spider-Man where they had the whole comic be the story, and I enjoy that. So hopefully that's what this one is.
Yeah. I've been liking the Miles run. Again, it's not any book that's like in the top of my reading list, you know, like when I get my stack of books, it's not a book that I'm dying to get into, but it's always a book that I liked more than I disliked it, you know? And I think, I think it would be cool to transition that character. We don't need to call it Miles Morales Spider-Man anymore. It just needs to be Spider-Man. And then ASM could be Peter if you want it to be. So we just need to take away that. Yeah, it's not really even a derivative character. It's a character that has its own thing, and it just needs to get the respect it deserves, I think. So Kill Your Darlings.
I think they keep it on there maybe because for people who won't be confused which Spider-Man is it, but by now people would know. They see the costume and all that, they know. You know?
Yeah. Critical Entertainment in the house. I don't know if that's Chris or not, but hey, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. If your books are in league, we'll be getting to them here shortly, but I do have some of your work over here. So check out some of Critical Entertainment stuff. Really good work they've been putting out lately. So, and I'm positive there's some books coming out in at least late February. So hopefully we'll get to them here as well. So let's keep going. Kill Your Darlings, great little horror book that I love. Really great book. So definitely check that one out. Issue number 6. Oh, here we go. Critical Entertainment. Life is an Open Door number 1. That's right. Here we go. I'm excited for this one. I got an advanced copy, so I'm going to be reading it with these books that come out, and it'll be included into my reviews. So thanks so much for doing that. Really good stuff so far from them. So check them out. Naughty and the Nanobots. Again, this is like a Nick book. It has my name written all over it. Not a lot of people are going to be getting this one probably, but cool premise. I like it. So issue number 2 is out. I think we got issue number 1 at the beginning of December. So it's been a little bit of a gap. So yeah. Night Thrasher 1. You're getting this one.
I probably am, yeah. Robbie will kill me if I don't get it. You know what I mean?
I don't even know if it's on my poll, to be honest with you.
Don't tell him. I won't.
We'll see.
I won't either.
Christopher Chaos, Our Bones, Dust. I think somebody commented recently on one of my videos that this was one of their favorite books out right now. Am I lying? Or yeah, KG Comics was mentioning Our Bones Dust number 2 is my pick of the week. That's a book that's not on my radar at all. I need to perhaps go back. Outsiders, Penthouse Comics #1. That'll be a big book for a lot of people, probably. A lot of great numbers on that one. The Return. I wonder if it's magazine format. It's $9.99, so probably. Petrolhead, issue #4. I love issue #1, 2, and 3 so far. It's really cool. Quentin Tarantino. We got Rebel Moon #2. Quick Stop. Robin Hood the Hill #1. Red Light #4. Meeseeks. They're continuing that. That's cool. They got the money to do that. That's neat. Let's see, Savage Dragon, Scorched, some more Spawn stuff. What else we got? Superior. Are you picking up Superior?
I picked up the first 2. Yeah, I'm probably not going to continue though.
I think we have Spectacular Spider-Men coming out. I think soon as well. I'm kind of excited for that. We'll see.
I'm definitely picking that up, man. Miles and Spider-Man teaming up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which it's gonna be pretty interesting because Miles been pissed off at Peter lately. So
yeah, he like yelled at him in one of the latest books. I didn't quite understand that because I'm not reading all the tie-ins, but like, yeah, that was something I noticed for sure, that they were not quite friends.
Yeah, he kind of always told him like, I got your back kind of stuff. And then like when he needed him the most, Peter wasn't there.
Peter wasn't there?
Yeah,
wow, what a character development we've never seen before. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what it was. So,
wow. He's like, get in line, man. Everyone's mad at me for not being there. Get over it.
Yeah, it's like, I rolled my eyes. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, come on. I think Miles Morales is the first even though he's young and stuff, I think he would be the first person to understand why Peter wasn't there. You know what I mean? I don't think he would actually feel that way. Like, even if he felt that way, I don't think he would tell him towards him that he's mad at him because of that. Because I think
because he deals with that too.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, he knows exactly what he's dealing with. You know what I mean? So, but who knows? Weird. I don't know about Spider-Man. You know, I've only been reading it my whole life. You know.
TMNT 148. We talked about that already. Jason Aaron's going to be picking up after 150. That'll be cool. Transformers #5, which means one of the best books out there.
It'll be the pick of the week, you know what I mean?
It'll be probably.
God forbid, Ultimate Spider-Man can't be pick of the week, you know, Robbie. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm bitter about that. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Good thing Robbie doesn't watch. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does. He watches all my stuff.
Oh yeah, all of it.
All right, Robbie, comment Transformers pick of the week if you're watching this right now on this video. That'll be our test.
We love you, Robbie.
Yeah, an hour and 13 minutes in. If you made it this far, no.
I think he did that on purpose. I think Ultimate Spider-Man. Herm loves Ultimate Spider-Man. Let me put Transformer in there. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love the Transformer, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah,
you know, come on, man. Ultimate Spider-Man. Everybody been wanting. He's been complaining about the old run. You know what I mean? And you actually. It was really good. You know what I mean? It should have been pick of the week. It's just me. You know what I mean? I think you made a pick of the week too, no?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, because
I rest my case.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought about you when I made that choice, so there you go.
Yeah, you didn't want to feel my wrath. You know what I mean? But Robbie don't care. You know? I'm mad at you, Robbie. Nah.
Usagi Ice and Snow #5. I've been picking up all these little mini series for Usagi. They've been cool. I mean, if you're a Usagi fan, it's cool. You just, it's been fun.
I've been picking them up because of you. You keep talking good about it in your videos. I'm like, because I always wanted to pick it up, but he was up to issue whatever it was, and I was like,
it was like 30 something probably. Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick them up because I keep hearing good things about it. My man Nick likes it, so I'm gonna pick it up. And that is a blame Nick right there. So,
well, there is another one coming out. I think it's a 5-issue or an 8-issue run coming out soon as well. So if you're into Usagi, one of these is going to be ending soon, probably this one, and then there's going to be another one spinning up pretty soon as well. So it's cool.
Bye, people.
Bye. Vampirella #666. I think this is some numbering manipulation because I feel like, this is like probably her whole legacy of comics. You know what I mean? Getting to this number at some point. But there's tons of covers for that. So if you're into Vampirella, there's some some covers for you for sure. Vengeance of Moon Knight issue number 2. I liked issue number 1. I jumped back in, checked it out, and it was really good. So I'm excited for number 2.
Robbie was wrong.
Robbie was wrong. Nah. Yeah. Yep. Some Usagi love. Sandman number 5. We have The Witcher, Wolverine, Zawa. That's how you pronounce that. And Zorro. Cool number 1. Zorro was decent, you know. So that's cool. All right, let's jump ahead. We got The Agent, we got Acolyte, we got Alien, Almost Dead, Alter Ego, American Psycho, Animal Pound number 2. Pretty divisive issue number 1. I didn't like it. I feel Tom King's kind of hit or miss. Either I love his work or I don't like it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's really no in between. There's
Yeah.
really no in between. He's written some of the best stuff I've ever read. He's written some of the worst stuff I've ever read. And Animal Pound
He's
number 1, it didn't
consistent
jive.
at least, you know.
Yeah, it didn't. That's why it's such a gamble. Animal Pound number 1 didn't do it for me. I know it worked for a lot of people, and I love it for you. It just didn't do it for me. So
Yeah.
Army of Darkness, we have Bitmap Blasphemous number 1 and number 2. So yeah, this is League just being League at this point. Offworld, we talked about that already. Offworld's a really good book. Check that one out. Beowulf is coming out. Haven't been reading that. Batman 89.
Beowulf. No, I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Batman 144. Sure. It looks like it's going to be coming out a couple times in February. Tenement, one of the best horror books out right now, I think. Definitely check that out. What else over here? Marvel. Oh, Cobra Commander. That was a great book last week.
Yeah.
That was something else.
I gotta read it. Can't wait.
Yeah, we talked about Energon a little bit earlier in the video. Conan Barbarian, we talked about that one already too. Another great book. The first arc was better than the second one. A little summation there. Edge of Spider-Verse was that Cyclops? What the heck? What it's weird. It looks like, look at this. Tell me that's not inspired.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, blue and yellow
keep
straps.
coming out with them. Yep.
That's weird.
Yep. That's what that is. Cyclops has spider powers now.
It's Weapon X-ish for sure. That's funny. Okay. Keep rocking. Corella, we got Daredevil number 6, a book I dropped because I got tired of them ignoring the elephant in the room. How the heck is Matt? How is Matt here?
I'm not loving it neither. Like,
yeah,
you don't need to read it if you're a Daredevil lover like myself. I'm gonna keep reading it.
Yep.
But yeah, things need to pick up because even I'm like, all right, come on.
Yeah. And you can't start a new comic ignoring what happened in the past one and then completely ignoring it and then just but keep referencing it, you know, and then just moving on. It's like, it was just so weird. I don't know what they did there. Two Gun up in the house. Pew pew, my brother.
Pew pew.
What's up? Can't get in the Daredevil, might get in trade. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go. Exciting comics number 42. We have Fables, Firepower 30, the final issue of Firepower. I can't believe that's going to be coming out soon. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. We have Gods number 5. I love Gods. That's a hill I'll die on. So we'll see.
I see that.
We'll see where it goes.
I forgot who commented. Like, Nick loves Gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were some funny moments on Friday night talking about this book. It was good. I brought it up as my pick of the month on Robbie's show last month, I think. And I think that was a curveball nobody saw coming. And those shows are so, I mean, like I had like 5 picks of the month, you know. I knew it was a book no one was going to bring up. So I was like, I'll bring it up just to show some love because I liked it a lot. But,
yeah.
You know, honestly, in those kinds of situations, you could have picked one of 3 or 4 books probably in a good month. Holy Roller.
It also shows like you're willing to give that stuff a chance. Like even though it's Marvel, like you gave it a chance and you enjoyed it, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hickman writes a Marvel magic-based book. Why wouldn't it be good? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm surprised it's not getting as much love as I was expecting. All right, what's going on across the top here? Guardians, Holy Roller, John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America #2. Big. Oh, Sandman Universe, John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America #2. Say that 10 times fast.
No, thank you.
Great issue #1. Issue #2 is coming out. We talked about Hulk already. Anything else up here that you're interested in?
The Secret Wars I haven't been reading, but it's not up there. It's down there, but
oh, Battle World, yeah.
But I hear it's decent. So,
Lotus Land #4. Lotus Land #3. This is a book where I had such high expectations for it. It's not quite meeting the expectations I had for it, but it's still intriguing, and I want to see it get better. I have a lot of hope for the book, but it's not meeting the expectation I had for it. What else is going on? Oh, we got some more Darkwing Duck stuff. Knights, Nightwing. Yeah, Negaduck.
Good stuff.
Predator Last Hunt #1. In case you're in the #1s, there we go. St. John #2. Frank Miller Ronin Book 2 #6. We'll see. Not a great run. Better in trade. Just wait. Rise of the Powers of X. We talked about that run. That whole thing there. Punchline Swimsuits Special Winter Edition #1. That's a book. Scorched. We talked about some Spawn stuff earlier. Here's the Six Fingers. This is the complementary book to the other ROM book we were talking about, if I'm not mistaken. And this one is from Dan Waters. So, yep. I think I ordered like A's and B's on both of them. As soon as he talked about the book, I went click happy, unfortunately. And I was like, A, B, A, B, A, B. And I'm gonna regret that probably. But more Usagi, more Spawn, more Spider Boy, Spider Woman,
Spider Boy
Superman
coming out twice a month. Really?
League. So we have January 31st, which I think we were seeing some of the January 31st stuff bleed over into because if I'm not mistaken, that week. Yeah, so the 31st is on the Wednesday. We were looking at books coming out on the 1st. So some of those books are going to be the last week of January into the first week of February. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Terror War Titans Ultimate 2. So we have Spider-Man 2 coming out. And what I'm doing for this one, right? There are going to be a lot of these Mateus covers, I think. I think there's going to be a B cover for these coming out. So I've been picking up those books as well as the A. So, and I know there's a cool Kirkman variant too. Like, we've seen this cover before, but just it gives it the ultimate treatment.
Yeah.
So, in case you're into that
cover.
Oh yeah, it's great. Unnatural Order.
Like, ew.
I know, that's what's so cool about that one. I love that one. That one's really good. Jay Garrett Flash has been a fun read. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about that. What is this one? Daredevil #12. Zdarsky run had a double cover error. Mary Jane variant right in the middle. Story incomplete. I don't remember that. Yep, cool. Oh, and then Two Gun said he had one of those. Sent it to Bullseye Bob. Nice. Unnatural Order. We talked about Beyond Real being a free #1. Unnatural Order was a free #1 as well prior to that other book, Beyond Real. And so we have issue #3. I like the story. It's cool. It's a neat supernatural time warpy kind of a book. Somebody messes with the Large Hadron Collider and absorbs power and goes back in time and like ruins everything as this evil druid, and all these different barbarians and witches and Amazonian kind of characters in that time period have to team up against it because it's destroyed their land. But it also brought back a soldier from present day during that whole thing. And so that present day soldier has to team up with all them. And it's a cool, like, little shift. It's a cool book. All right, let's go. Last week, 29th, February 29th. It's a leap year this year. So we have Amazing Spider-Man, Amazon's Attack, more Archie, Avengers Twilight issue #3. We talked about this book already. Basic Instinct. We have Carnage. Canary, another book I love. Scott Snyder. It was a Comixology original, now at Dark Horse. I liked issue number 1 and 2. It was pretty good. Cable number 1 came out this past week. I did not pick it up. We get issue number 2. Yeah. We talked about Beyond Real. Brave and the Bold. I think we mentioned this one as well. Or maybe it was Batman and Robin. Either way. It's another Batman book. Chicken Devil.
More Batman books?
I
No.
know. So we get Crashdown number 2. Crashdown, from Fire Guy Ryan and Comic Tom and Mike or Ben
You guys had him
Templesmith.
on before.
We had him on the Blame Fable show.
Yeah.
Yep. So issue number 1, I think, comes out next week, the week of the 24th, this coming Wednesday. So we have issue number 2 coming out too. Variant Game is on point with this book. I mean, they got tons of cool, Metroid. You got a lot of good books, a lot of good covers. So, yeah, congrats to those guys again for putting out a comic, and we should see it next week, hopefully. So that's good. What else we got? Detective, your favorite? One of my favorite books.
I like Detective. I don't dislike it. It's just some things about it. I'm like, really, Ron? Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, we need to break this. Two-Gun. We need to break this. Bullseye Bob is retired from YouTube. He still posts stuff on IG. I'd like to get him on the Blame Fable show. I think that'd be pretty cool. Everyone loves that guy. We got to see more of him. I know he's doing what he needs to do, and we all respect it. But we all love that guy. So
we all love and miss him. Hell yeah.
Yep. Duke number 3, excited for it. Duke number 1 was great. Great tie-in. It'll be cool.
Heck yeah.
We talked about a couple of these books already. Gargoyles, Garbage Pail, The Fog, The Flash.
Wow.
Yeah, from Massive Sumerian. It looks like a movie poster, doesn't it? But it's not.
It does.
40 years after the events of the 1980 Fog comic series is a tale of supernatural horror. Story that reconnects several surviving characters and their descendants from John Carpenter's original story. Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
What else we got? Fire and Ice. We got The Flash. We got Godzilla, Green Arrow, Grimm, Harley. There's probably there's no Frizzen. So hey, my cat's trying to get into the room. Let me get her real quick, okay? Here, filibuster for a second.
All right. Oh man. So man. So Nightwing. We went through Nightwing. That's another one that I actually liked, but we were trying to get through all the books. So Nightwing was really good. I've been enjoying it. It's still my favorite DC book. I know a lot of people not loving it, but some people are, some people aren't. But Tom Taylor's my man. So yeah. Okay, there we go.
You like Pirate Nightwing?
Pirate Nightwing? No. Oh, Pirate Nightwing. I thought you meant that's another title. Yes, I like Pirate Nightwing. That was pretty funny. That was pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He went with his ex-girlfriend from that run that people didn't like, that arc.
Yeah.
When he got shot in the head and stuff like that. But I dug all that.
Oh, right. Cool. He went by a different name and everything for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah. So and then like
that's a book.
Once he got his memory back, he kind of left her behind, but like because he didn't want her to, be in the whole mess, and then she ended up being this like pirate and stuff, you know what I mean? Head of a pirate and stuff, the boss.
Yeah,
so It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
That's funny. Okay. Well, there it is. Ice Cream Man, issue number 38. It's one of our favorite books in the group. So
yeah,
it's out.
Very good.
Definitely would recommend that one. Philadelphia. We have King Kong. We have Invincible Iron Man. Some more Zoe Thorogood stuff. I didn't even know this book was coming out until I started paying attention to Hack Slash. That she also had another book called Life is Strange. So Life is Strange, Forget Me Not is a book that's out or coming out. And so if you're into her stuff, check out that one. Issue number 2. And then 3 is listed here too. So that's a mistake of some kind. Let's see. Power Rangers. We have Miles again. I wonder if this is just like an error because we had Miles a minute ago. So February 14th and 28th. So, this is a Gang War tie-in. Maybe this is like a regular issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Either way, support Miles. He's
It's
great.
Miles. Get it anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Ice Cream Man. Yep. Moon Man #2. We talked about #1 coming out. The Kid Cudi presents Moon Man. So #2 will be out later in the month. We have Newburn. I don't know if it's coming back on issue #15, but I know a lot of people were excited for that issue, for that series coming back with Chip Zdarsky, Jacob Phillips. So that's a book. And then what else we got here? Planetary Expansion from Critical Entertainment. That's coming out as well. We talked about them before. Coming out with another issue. I knew there was one coming out at the end of February. So I'm excited. I'm excited. This is issue #2. So 1 obviously has already come out. I covered that one before on a past Nick at Night. So looking forward to that one. Let's see. Got our previews. Penguin has been a great series so far in DC. Again, it's when Tom King does good things. That's an example of it.
That's one good thing, yeah.
Yes. So Penguin's a good so looking forward to that one. Heard Newburn is wrapping up very soon. That's interesting. I thought it just came back. I know you'd be the one that would know that. So
sure.
I knew you'd have some kind of sense. So #16 comes out in March. Let's see if it says series finale, #16. Oh, well, okay. So apparently that book has been coming out. Okay. Punisher #4, who is Jigsaw. So I guess we're bringing Jigsaw back. This book should be called Punisher with quotes because he doesn't even go by Punisher. Everything is coincidental. His outfit,
yeah,
the role that he plays is a role he's always played. He's just on a revenge mission for whoever killed his family, just like Frank. Whatever, it's fine. Radiant Black.
My Punisher.
Where's Billy when you need him? Radiant Black 0.5. More 0.5 issues coming out. So there you go.
They're killing me, man. They're killing me.
Connecting cover 0.5. Ron V, Felipe Andrade, Rare Flavors. Awesome book. Definitely check that one out. We got Red Lights. Made a splash in issue #1, especially the cover. I heard the story was okay, but at least the cover was well received. Slow Burn, interesting #1. Haven't read it since. Conan, Savage Sword of Conan. I like the Conan series, Conan the Barbarian, so much that I'm taking a chance on this too and just seeing what's up. I don't even know what the creative team on it. Different team, so we'll see. We'll see if it has the same kind of vibe I liked from the first arc. Resurrection of Magneto #2. Haven't read. I don't think 1's out, but either way, I probably wasn't going to read it. Maybe I will, just to see what's up.
Either.
Yeah. Across here, let's see. Arms Race #1, cool art. We talked about Spawn before. Lots of Star Wars books. Thrawn, Alliance issue #2. We'll check out #1. I think it hits the shelf this week or next week.
You got some Peach Mamalco action going
on there. With Visions?
Visions, right? That's Peach
no. She is not on the cover of this one. No, this is the Okazaki or whatever, however you say his name. Reminiscent of Peach. But you know who else we got on a cover? We got Stan Sakai. He's doing one. He's doing his best imitation here. And it's also like Lone Wolf and Cubbish. So
okay.
It'll be pretty cool.
Peach, but it's okay.
No Peach, but it looks hey, it fooled you.
No, it looks good. It did fool me. It
looks good. I think she did Visions before. She did a Visions.
Yeah, that's
before.
why I got confused.
Yeah.
She just came out with one not too long ago.
Yep. We talked about Siphon a little bit. We talked about Tuskers. World Tree, we talked about that as well. What If? Women of Marvel. Furthest Place from Here. I can't believe that book is still going on. What's the Furthest Place from Here? I thought that was going to be an 8-issue run or 12-issue run and be gone, but it's 18 now. I can't believe it.
I'm packed. I'm loading it up with them. You know, that's my man.
Oh, you are?
Matthew Rosenberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm behind, so I don't even know what's good.
Right. Yep.
So
Sal says Vision has a Peach variant, of course, not released yet. Huh. Peach needs to go out of season. She does some good stuff. And then we have Wolverine number 44. We talked about Wolverine a little bit. I don't see anything else on here. Women of Marvel number 1. That'll be cool to flip through, see what's up. White Widow's out. But yeah, okay. I mean, like, not, there's a couple good books in there. Energon stuff I'm excited for. This Marvel Elseworld stuff. Some of the Batman books I'm excited for. A couple indies here and there, but like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this month turns out.
Yeah.
Rare Flavors Ice Cream Man, that's fun. No Saga. Anything that
I saw that. No Saga.
Anything you're missing? Anything that you didn't notice?
No, I think we got them all. I don't think I haven't.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm getting, you covered. So
yeah. Beneath the Trees is on there. We got Planetary. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, this is gonna be a fun month. Yeah. So I'll try to do one for March as well. I'll try to do this like maybe the 3rd Sunday if schedules align personally. And we'll be dipping in each month to month. I like to do these little lives and kind of catch up with you all, see what you all are reading.
Heck yeah.
And Herm, man, thanks so much for popping in and hanging out today. Early this morning.
Man.
My coffee's empty. I need some more.
Yeah, but, man. I had my Syracuse cup full of orange juice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
man.
now it's
good Lord.
Gone.
Cool. Well, let's I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning. Thanks for drinking some coffee with us, hanging out with us, telling us what you guys are interested in. So thanks so much for doing that. I know we got some shows coming up very, very soon. Herm, what do you got going on later today?
Yeah, man. So returning of our show, the first one of the year. It's been a year since we did our show. I apologize, a whole year, But me and Primetime Tom are going to review the ASM Volume 6, Issue 36 to 38, the epic Rec Rap arc, that everybody loves. No, they don't, but So I figure usually we do 2 issues at a time, but I figure since it's a 3-issue arc, we want to finally get those done so we can get to the gang war stuff. So yeah, man. So 1:00 Eastern on the Big Herm Collectibles channel. Primetime Time. We're very excited, to come back in the new year and do a show. And if you haven't been reading the series, just hop on, just check us out, man. You get your breakfast or whatever you're doing, or your lunch. No football till 3:00, so you need something to do. Check us out. You know what I mean?
That's right. They do voiceover and everything.
We'll do voiceover, and we make bad books look great. You know what I mean? So
What a solicitation. We make bad books look great. That's awesome. I love that.
Oh man,
that's so cool.
Yeah. Wells Run, like it's been up and down. I'm not digging any of it, but me and Tom tries to put past the main arc. The poor guy. Nobody likes that guy, so
that's hilarious.
And we judge the issue as an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll let you know what we liked about it and what we didn't.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be one of those bashing stuff like that. I know people like that, but they're going to bash it. Let me watch this. You know what I mean? But
yeah. You make the best of it. You're a lifetime reader, and you're always going to read it. So you got to, hopefully you can just have some fun with it. So that's really cool. That's awesome. Well, awesome, man. I appreciate that. We also had the Blame Fables Amazing Friends. We had Lost in Comics Chris. We had him on the previous. What was it, on Friday night? New time, new day. So definitely check that out. We got some great guests coming up. Stay tuned for those posts as well. And we had a heck of a time with that show. That was really, really fun. And we have a few other things. I'm trying to get these guys to actually get a calendar going because we have so many people with so many freaking shows out right now. So I believe we have a Rockin' Robbie tonight. I think he talked about it the other night. So pay attention to his socials. We'll be doing Rockin' Robbie live, most likely. Supreme Clientele Tuesday nights. Make sure to check that out with Steph and Link. Hopefully they have a good show then. And then I have my new release and FOC videos on Wednesdays, new comic book day hauls on Wednesdays, Blood Splatter Chatter on Thursday nights. We have Blame People on Fridays. We have Death by Dollar Bin on Saturday mornings and Nick at Night on Saturdays. And that's all I have so far in my thing. But there are a lot more shows out there as well. Geeks Unleashed dropped another episode a couple of days ago on your platforms and stuff. So make sure to check that stuff out.
God, never get bored with the Bad Batch, man.
You never do. Herm, what did I forget? I know there's got to be stuff I forgot. I'm so sorry if I did, but I'm trying to fill my calendar in. at this
You
point.
gotta. I can't think of anything. Hopefully, I mean, Taki usually on Saturdays
Yeah,
releases his
definitely,
stuff, but
man. Mhm.
you know what I mean. And it's always wonderful runs. I think he said he's running out of them, so I
Yeah,
hope
maybe.
he thinks of something. You know, because we like to see our Taki post his stuff. You know, it was fun
Yeah.
watching him Friday night. We need to see more of him. He doesn't have to do it every single show, but more
Yeah.
Taki. That's a hashtag.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's the thing of the year. Hashtag more Taki. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm trying to get on more stuff. I think I have a movie night with Verno scheduling sometime in February. I think I picked up a movie night with Robbie in March. So hopefully I'll be on some more of those kinds of shows too. So it'd be really cool to you know, stretch myself a little bit and do some other stuff. So
And
but
maybe get Eric the Stats. He promised he'd be on more shows. Or maybe that's
Eric should be on Eric should be
yeah.
on
I
some
mean,
stuff
he
soon. So
promised. He promised he's gonna be more shows this year. I mean, at least
oh, right.
Brother Joe told me that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
everything Brother Joe says is true. You know what I'm saying? So
And Manny, hashtag one click away. He's got
Manny.
stuff dropping randomly throughout the whole, throughout the week and stuff. He's done some really amazing stuff. He did
amazing stuff.
his favorite Batman movies ranked, I believe. That was the latest
Mhm.
video, but he's done so many cool things, like the master at editing, the master at everything. So he's doing some really great stuff. Hashtag one click away. Got to get that guy up there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we make
man.
bad books look great. There you go.
You make it back.
All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
thanks so much again, Herm. I appreciate you jumping in, dude. I'm gonna run this promo that's
problem,
probably
man.
old,
It's fun.
and we're gonna call it a day, bub. I appreciate you. Thanks, dude.
Station.
All right, station guys.